Let's go, guys. We have a Japanese here playing against the Rus. It's gonna be Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa in the color blue and in the color orange. It's gonna be loueMT. Now, I don't really know what this means. I just know it's Louis for sure. My Chinese classes have been progressing little by little. I learned like 40 characters. I actually know more than that because when I studied Japanese when I was 15 years old, I started learning the characters, so kind of like easy. It's easier for me to learn those characters, but it's a good method. I'm learning like the most important 100 first, and then I'm gonna have exponential growth on what's left on the other characters. So that's the update for the Chinese journey. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe if you wanna watch more Age of Empires 4 content. Make sure to subscribe to not miss any new video. I have videos coming every single day for the rest of my life, I guess. Anyway, the Rus against the Japanese. Rus already one of the best civilizations to play with. Japanese have a little bit of a mixed feelings here, where you can go. They're a little bit squishy. They feel a little bit squishy, but you have like more units. It's weird, but they're strong. They're strong for sure. Rus have been really strong across a lot of seasons. They got nerf. They get nerfed every now and then, but still a very solid civilization. Look at this, 210 gold, just because you can kill deer to get gold. And the reasoning behind this is because you can sell the carcasses. That now I know that. So yeah, you get a decent amount of gold at the beginning, meaning your villagers will gather a lot of sheep. Actually, there's no space for the villagers to gather sheep here. There's a little bit of an issue here when it comes to the food placement. Gonna have a hard time here. But anyway, that's a lot of sheep for the Japanese. He should be pretty happy with what he got already. It's like 7. So now Chibi Chibi Chapa Chapa opened with a stone opening, which means he will either get you can go to get a daimyo manor, and so that way you don't really benefit from the farms at least for now, but what you do benefit from is to get the bannerman, the Uma bannerman. It's like a knight you get from the stable, so you kind of get like a early knight at the beginning of the game, which is pretty nice. Let's see if he wants to go for that. Other than that, I don't see much benefit from having the daimyo manor at the beginning of the game. And indeed, he already stopped. So it's gonna be another enough stone for a second town center here. 273 stone. So we'll open up with a crew storehouse with 3 villagers. So not a bad amount, really. So most of your villagers will focus on gather the wood that you need to get a second TC. So he should be having a really good time. Meanwhile, Louis putting a Kremlin here in the front of your base. Basically, the rule is if you have gold in front, you put the Kremlin there, next to the wood line, preferably. If the gold is in the back, you can just put your Kremlin in the front, next to the wood line, because the Kremlin will actually boost the influence 20% more wood. So you want to have it nearby here. Now Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa are ready with not Tawara yet. You already have 200 wood. You should be having that second town center pretty soon. On the Rus side, he's also going for a second town center himself, starting to gather the stone. Looks like the Japanese will be ahead when it comes to the second town center placement. At least for the moment, we have a really passive game. Just already 5 minutes into the game, Japanese even like age 1, don't even considering aging up. There you go. second town center. It's gonna be in the back, very safe, next to the gold, I believe. Or is it gonna be in the berries? What? I'm so confused. There you go. Town center next to the berries, kind of protecting the gold. So it's pretty far actually from the base. But you have like this triangle here where you can boost your farms here for the current storehouse, and then you can go up and you can boost the farms here with the town center. So it's a pretty good location actually, when if you think about the feature of the game, how your farms are gonna be positioned. You can just place those buildings in a way that those farms get the most amount of value here. I see a second town center for Louis. It's gonna be in the front of his gold. Now, at this point, where is he going with this? Gonna have a lot of wood? Maybe harass with some knights? Maybe go castle himself? Now, Japanese is a civilization that they can be played by very different ways. Look at the bonsai tree here. Beautiful. Is it a bonsai tree? Well, not exactly sure. That's a lot of villagers on gold. That's even more than for aging up, so he should be getting some upgrades soon. Did he get the Toara yet? Not yet. Be getting that one soon. It's one of the most important upgrades for the Japanese economy. We already have some walls going on here, so looks like he will stay in the feudal for a while he gets his economy going. Meanwhile, Louis, with a different type of opening, he's going with the stable. So it's gonna be hard for him. That's a big wall. That's very expensive at this point in the game. That means like I don't want to spend on units. Like if you send something, please take a while to send, because this wall is just gonna take some time. By the way, you don't really necessarily need a wall here, just because you already have your town center. But it's just nice because the knights can come from the back, and it's just so annoying to deal with. So as soon as you can build a wall. And indeed, he decided to build a stable, a barracks. I'm gonna be dealing with what I was thinking he was gonna deal with a knight, but actually he's gonna create scouts. And look at this, he's taking the deer out of his opponent. Professional scouts was research, now he's taking all the deer back home. Isn't that great? Now there is the knight coming, so definitely the right choice to go for those spearmen. A couple of them, and make sure to upgrade them. It's not too expensive to upgrade those, and I find they make a great difference, like in terms of attack and HP, like 7 attack, 17 against cavalry. So a couple of them upgraded should be enough to deal with a knight inside your base. More walls coming. Like chippy chippy chapa chapa. It's gonna already scout the knight. Gonna try to find some value here. The town center already in range to attack from any kind of position if he decides to get inside of the Japanese base. More walls coming here. A very passive opening. Kind of like a lot of people think about the Japanese like it's like the roots, in a way that they... Not the roots, sorry, the English, in a way they can play very defensively, stay in their base, they have free farms, they got a boost from the berries, which are usually closer to your base because of the slower gathering rate, but because you have a nice upgrades for you for gathering berries, you should be sitting in a really good spot with the berries. So that means you can just stay in your base a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Louis most likely will try to go Castle Age himself, have 3 or 4 knights there, but looks like those knights are not gonna do anything, and Louis already behind this battle because Japanese are already aging up with the floating gate, and the amount of resources that cost to build this wall compared to the amount of resources that cost to have 4 knights, it's quite high. So of course Japanese is gonna age up faster. Louis not really interested in aging up. He's gonna build an archery range. Look at this, so many berries inside his base. He's having the time of his life now. Now at this point, if you have the advantage because you went to Castle Age, you want to get those relics. You want to send a knight here, patrol, make sure your priest gets back with the relic, and you should be having a really good time. You're already 2 TCs. If you kind of get at least 3 relics, you have 1 at home. You have at least 3 relics, you should be in a really good spot. This one is gonna be a little bit hard, but at least you should get 4 if everything goes right. The problem is you have knights in the field, so it's gonna be hard for you to get those relics. Japanese don't have much army here. It's gonna be this table with the Yoroshiro inside. It's gonna be 12 seconds to get a knight here. So should be catching up in the military numbers quite soon. Meanwhile, Udasashi going up for the Japanese. With this, Japanese already have a really good gathering rate. Even 25% more from bushes. This guy is really leveraging up those upgrades. And the mounted samurai. Actually, it's not much he can do here. But he will try his best. Another pal come here. Also, no Uma Bannerman coming from here just yet. He's already upgraded into the Daimyo Manor. Let's take a look at the Ruse base. Already aging up with a high trade house. This is a juicy spot actually. And the wall is gonna go down. He tried to build a gate, but it's not gonna happen. I mean, it had to go down anyway, otherwise you cannot kill your opponent. And Louis already in Castle Age. 1 relic coming into Japanese base already. Chippy chippy chapa chapa chapa. Actually having a good time already. The Rus building those archers. Gonna make sure you have the counter for whatever is it that your opponent will have in the future. But at this point, it's only gonna be the samurai, so gonna have a hard time with those archers against those. And now this is a fight Japanese can take. I just say Japanese because chibi chibi chapa chapa sounds so cool actually. It takes so long to say. By the time I say it, like the thing I was gonna say, I already forget. It looks like he's gonna lose a bunch of mounted samurais. But I was gonna. He already have 2 relics in his base. Gonna get a 3rd one soon. Around somewhere. There you go. More knights coming up for Louis. Veterancy for archers also coming. A nice wall in his base. Wololo attempt here in the west. Managed to get that priest here. Now, last 2 attack for Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa coming here. Remember, the Japanese can have up until +4 melee attack, making them a very infantry heavy civilization. Compared to the archers, their archers are quite weak actually. But I saw a game where Onimushas were spammed and actually did a really good job against those man-at-arms from the English. Meanwhile, upgrades coming for Louis. Increase the health of Rus cavalry by 25. Whoa. Attempt here, not gonna get it. Warrior Monk is gonna get that relic. Meanwhile, another relic here. Let's see how this fights will go on. Mounted samurais are in big numbers here. Louis decides to retreat. There's a lot of spearmen here. And the archers get surrounded and they cannot escape. Louis loses all his archer mass, unfortunately. And now those spearmen will be in the hunt for those knights. Crossbowman, definitely the right choice against this unit composition. The problem is who's gonna deal with those spearmen. At this point you need a Magonel. Those are like 19 spearmen here. Shinto priest on the way to get a relic. It's gonna be pretty much, it's gonna be 2 relics for the Rus, 3 for the Japanese. More walls coming in the east side of the map. There's a lot of resources here, a lot of deer, which he already took actually, and a lot of gold for sure. Walls trying to build in the east side of the map too for the Japanese, but it's not gonna happen with those knights. Now this is a big army, 40 military. Onabugeishas already into the mix. Getting veterancy upgrades for the Onabugeishas too. Looks like Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa is gonna transition into a infantry only composition at some time in this game, just because those mounted samurais are so expensive. You're gonna have many of them. And to be honest, against your opponent, spearman will do the job. I already have a lot of knights, a lot of crossbows. +2 range attack coming for the Rus now. Meanwhile, on the other side, knights trying to get inside of Japanese base, but it's really hard. There's a small opening here. Town center already upgraded. It's gonna be a tier 2 town center. Tier 3 may come soon as the town to potentially upgrade it in the future. Just a little bit more sun. He should be very safe inside his base with that Shogunate castle. But for the moment he's not, and the number of knights here are pretty good. And actually Louis doing a really fast Imperial, going up with the high armory, potentially getting a ramp push into the enemy base. You can already see the siege workshop here. So what does the high armory does is decrease the cost of siege engines by 20%, and also contains unique siege technologies, which we're gonna see in a second now. As far as relics, this thing is gone, right? I mean, this one is not in the, it's not there in the monastery yet, but it's gonna be soon. And now these players will need to think about the map control. Like, okay, relics are on my side, I have a small economic boost. I can think about going out and try to get some map control. For the Japanese it's a little bit hard. You can see they are starting to wall little by little what they can, because they don't have access to castles, to keeps on the castle age. So it's really hard for them to just contest this goal, because you don't have a keep. Sacred Type's gonna be capturing the west. Elite crossbow men coming for the Rus. Now we will see which kind of upgrades you can get. Wait, is this they're not unit upgrades actually. Oh, there you go. Increase range of sprinkles. That's pretty good. Increase the ram damage by 50%, and they heal. Pretty much this is the upgrade you want to go for. Let's take a look at those later, but usually it's the ram push, and the ram push is quite something here. Really, Louis is in a really good spot in Imperial Age. No upgrades yet, so he cannot fight just yet. Decides to go to his base. That's the right choice. He's gonna get crossbow upgrade soon. Elite knights coming also soon for Louis. Japanese trying to build a tower here. The problem is, you know, a squishy tower is just not gonna last. Bot players almost 200 supply. Japanese are actually in 200 supply already. With a lot of gold actually. Shogunate Castle already there, boosting that economy. Look at that. How many farms we're talking about? 35 farms and already have almost 2k food. Sacred site's gonna be captured here in the east side too. And now we see Louis with a really strong army. It's a lot of knights and a lot of crossbows. So, and these are elite units. But be careful with this army here. Louis will have to go back. You cannot lose this mass of crossbows. Come on, Louis. These are a lot of units. You cannot underestimate the size of this army. Those are a lot of spearmen and a lot of Onabugashas. This is really hard to deal with. Looks like Louis, it's gonna lose his math against... What is this? These are the Zergs for sure. If these are the Zergs of Age of Empires, look at how many units you have. Look at the Onabugashas, how fast they attack. And Louis just like that loses his military mass. And now we're 62 against 14. This is not a really good position for Louis. Even though he had the technology advantage, he had the knights, he had the elite crossbowmen, he lost everything. It's because of the bad positioning. And those units are really squishy. At this point, you just need archers. We're talking about almost 50 units that are light here. And that's all he needs. That's all he needs. Like I said, he's gonna transition into infantry unit composition. Let's take a look at how many barracks. Only 4 barracks at this point. Outpost gonna get denied here. And at the same time, Japanese gonna age up with a Tanegashima gunsmith. Let's see, where is it? It's here, in front of your base, just so that you can get those siege really fast. So we're gonna see Osutsu coming soon. Now this is where the knights are pretty useless against so much infantry units. It's just a matter of quantity over quality here. H4 goes for the Japanese. Are we gonna see Otsutsu right away? Like, it's gonna wait for a while. Potentially go for a Revolticum too, but it's gonna be the Osutsu. Otsutsu will melt everything here, like 28 attack plus 134 buildings. So if you have enough of them, you can take down those wooden fortresses really quickly. And look at that, Shogunate Castle, actually almost one shot a knight. Keep already in the middle here for Louis, trying to contest the gold. Meanwhile, more spearmen, more Onabugashas is gonna be the only composition for the Japanese here. Gonna be more barracks. Now be careful with those openings, you don't want those Rus knights to go into your base. Looks like these fortresses are gonna get down here. Take a look at Japanese vision. Militia has been called here. That's a lot of militia actually. It's gonna push on this side of the map. Meanwhile, more units trying to harass Louis. One of the Geishas went down here. And now we see Odachi plus 4 model damage against infantry for the Japanese, which makes them one of the best units to go for if you want to go infantry. These are really strong units. Wanna mix with the samurais, wanna mix with the Onabugeisha. It's pretty much everything you need. Or the Rams are gonna be pushing here. Do we see the upgrades for the Rus? Not yet. It's just a single ram here. He could potentially go for a ram push if he wanted. Like, when you have like 20 rams or something, it's really hard to stop. More Osutsu. Going here for Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa. Elite army tactics going for him too. It looks like these knights are gonna get melted. Keep gonna be spawned here, but Osutsu already on the field may try to take down this keep here. Gonna protect Osutsu, they are really squishy, so gonna make sure all those units are pointing in the right direction. You want to make sure your Osutsu are target firing at the keep here. It looks like he's gonna go back. More archery range going for him. It's gonna be the hand cannoneer. Elite army tactics complete. Plus 3 range armor for the Japanese also complete. Let's talk about the resources. Comes to resources, you have plenty of stone here. You have this gold vein and this gold vein. And this one is about to finish, so these players will have to fight for gold at this point. Osutsu doing a really good job taking down those wooden fortresses. And he's gonna build a keep here. Remember, the Japanese keep costs 300 wood, 900 stone, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it comes with a rocket, so at the start it's I think it's one of the best keeps in the game. Compared to the Chinese, it's really hard to tell which one will be better. Our spearman will gonna melt those knights. The knight's not gonna be able to find any spot available for raiding. Everything is very well secure here. Magonel going for the ruse here. Definitely what you need against the Japanese. Like, if you see a Japanese player spawning units like this, you need a Magonel. You need like 3 Magonels will melt this army in 1 or 2 shots. Do a lot of damage. Definitely, you don't wanna underestimate. This is a lot of units here. Also, to targeting the Magonel goes down. Otsutsu numbers going down. Those Streltsy actually doing a lot of damage. Remember, they get attack speed for after 10 seconds of staying in the same place, so you don't want to move them. You want to stay behind the keep, you want to keep fighting. Another Magonel bombard goes here, but looks like this bombard is gonna go down. Unfortunately, there's no units here to defend the bombard. Magonel will also go down for Louis. This is a really tough spot for him. Japanese is slow but steady, taking the map control. On the other side of the map, another keep got here, so Japanese gonna have a hard time gathering that gold. Gonna have to retreat for now. And he's sending his army there. It's gonna be a lot of Otsutsu, already 9 on the field, 3 more to go. And Otsutsu gonna do a lot of damage to that keep. This is a really tough spot for Louis. He still has a lot of income. He still has this gold here. But he's just melting the keeps like nothing. If this keep goes down, I don't think Louis can come back from this. And Otsutsu already targeting the keep. Screenshot time, guys. Screenshot time. There's not enough units for Louis, and looks like Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa is gonna take on this gold. And if this gold, it's gone for Louis. There is no more gold for Louis in this game. No more units. Only 18 military units again. 67. Like he will have to retreat here. And now at this point, the only thing that you have here, you can push at your enemy base. More units coming here. A couple of bombards. Couple of rams. Now, you know what can help, Louis? A bunch of rams. Like 10 rams going into your enemy base. You will force his infantry to go back to his base. Rams are really powerful unit here, especially for the Rus. The Japanese are already taking down a lot of buildings. Not enough military units for the Japanese to take down this army. Magonel is gonna get there, but with no upgrades yet for the Magonels, it's gonna do less damage. But that's the right thing. 2 Magonel shot. This one can be the unit that saved Louis. Springles already there. Try to shoot the bombard, but the bombards take down the Springles. And the Japanese just keep sending units over and over here. Kremlin goes down, and the main town center is now being under attack. More units coming non-stop from Louis. It's gotta be spearmen, samurais. 39 in queue. Otsutsu trying to deal with the town center. Actually, focusing on the villagers here. Louis doing a really good job with the Magonels. Looks like this town center, it's gonna go down, and Louis taps out. GG gets called. Chippy Chippy Chapa Chapa, showing how crazy it is, the numbers for the Japanese infantry.